This is a production of West Virginia Public Broadcasting.
Support for West Virginia Public Broadcasting is provided by the Senator's Mansion, presenting a historic mansion with acreage for weddings and events in Mannington, West Virginia. Info at senatorsmansionwv.com.
Merry Christmas, Mr. Scrooge.
Bah, humbug.
Merry Christmas, Uncle. God save you.
Bah, humbug.
The holidays a humbug, Uncle? I hope that's meant as a joke.
I never joke, nephew.
If not Christmas, then maybe Hanukkah or Kwanzaa, or maybe something more exotic like Bodhi Day of Diwali. There are many festive ways to celebrate with your fellow man, Uncle.
Do you think you know the world merely because you travel? Never mind, come, what you really want. Don't waste all day, nephew.
I wanted to wish you happy holidays and to give you one last chance.
What the Dickens? You called me out here for this?
Don't be cross.
What else can I be when I live in such a world of fools as this? Merry Christmas? Out with Merry Christmas. What is Merry Christmas to you except a time to pay bills without money? A time to find yourself a year older, but not an hour richer. If I could work my will, everyone that goes about with Merry Christmas on his lips should be boiled in his own pudding and buried with a stake of holly in his heart.
Uncle.
Nephew, keep Christmas in your way and let me keep it in mine.
But you don't keep it.
Then leave it alone then. What good would it do? What good has it done you?
There are many things from which I have found great enjoyment, from which I have never profited. Christmas, I dare say, is among the rest. I believe, though, it has done me good and will do me good, and I say God bless it. It's our first Christmas in our new capital. Charleston awaits to celebrate with festive cheer.
Bah! I have long made my stance on moving the capital to Charleston known to the world. The sound political process of northern business sense has been left behind to the whims of Charleston's frolicsome days.
Don't be angry, you know the facts. No more allowing Ohio, Pennsylvania, or Maryland to influence us, let alone Virginia. Come, join us for dinner tomorrow.
I'll dine alone, thank you.
Why?
Why? Why did you become a delegate?
Why? Because I felt the state needed me.
And I need to be alone. Good afternoon.
Nay, but you never came to visit me before I was a delegate, so why use that as an excuse now? Out of kindness, even?
Kindness? No doubt of it. What is it you really want?
At this festive season of the year,
It's withered and cold.
yes, it is, and all the more reason for you to visit. At this time of year, it is more desirable to help the poor who suffer from the cold. Many thousands are in want of common necessities, in want of common needs.
Are there no debtors' prison?
There are.
And the workhouse, is it still in operation?
They are. I wish I could say they were not.
The poor law, still in full strength then?
Yes.
I'm glad to hear it. From what you said, I thought they'd have to stop that operation.
They barely provide comfort of mind and body to many people. A few of us delegates are trying to deliver funds to the poor to help them have meat and drink and even warmth on Christmas Eve. Do you wish to help us?
I wish you'd left it alone. That is my wish. That is my answer. I don't make merry myself at Christmas, and I can't afford to make lazy people merry. I help support the establishments I've mentioned. The poor must go there.
Many can't go there, and many would rather die.
If they had rather die, they'd better do it and reduce the surplus population. That is not my affair. My business is my affair.
I am sorry with all my heart to find you so determined. But I wish to keep Christmas in good cheer, and I will keep that spirit to the last. Merry Christmas, Uncle.
You could have succeeded in manufacturing. That way you would have the funds to throw away on the poor. Bah!
And a Happy New Year.
Oh, tidings of comfort and joy, comfort and joy. Oh, tidings of comfort and joy. God rest ye merry gentlemen, let nothing you dismay. Remember Christ our Savior was born on Christmas Day.
Christmas carolers. Bah! Singing your songs for pennies, are they?
Wish you a Merry Christmas, we wish you a Merry Christmas, we wish you a Merry Christmas and a Happy New Year. We wish you a Merry Christmas, we wish you a Merry Christmas, we wish you a Merry Christmas and a Happy New Year.
Happy holidays, Scrooge.
Cratchit. The candles are lit, the fire is burning. No concern for the cost. Cratchit, you will find that your salary will be a few cents lighter. Cratchit! To the business of J. Marley? Why, Marley's as dead as a doornail, though it might be best to say coffin nail. A book! If I'd have wanted a book, I wouldn't have sold all of Marley's books. Cratchit, where are you? He's left me a note.
Sir, the day is ended, and I've returned home. Seeing as it is Christmas Eve,
Christmas.
and as it is only once a year, if it's quite convenient, I will be off all day tomorrow. I'll be here all the earlier the next morning.
No, it would not be convenient. Huh, what's my nightcap doing down here? Mr. Cratchit, no, it is not convenient, and it is not fair. If I was to deduct half a crown from your salary for it, you would declare yourself ill-used, would you not? Still, you expect me to pay a day's wage for a day of no work. Cratchit, is that you? I predict it will be necessary for you and I to part company, and for you to seek employment elsewhere, Ebenezer Scrooge. Cratchit? You're not Cratchit. A thief in my house. What do you want?
Much.
Who are you?
Ask who I was.
Who were you?
In life, I was your friend.
I have no friends. Everyone knows this.
I was. Until 7 years this night. Ebenezer.
Marley! What are you doing here? Did you think I forgave you?
It is not you who are to forgive me.
Then why are you here?
It wasn't by choice. I am compelled. I must wander the world and see what I can no longer share, what I would not share. when I walked where you do.
You're a figment. I am imagining you and your chains.
The chains? Look at them, Ebenezer. Study them. Locks and vaults and golden coins. I forged these. Each link, each day, when I sat in these chairs, commanded these runes. Greed, Ebenezer Scrooge. Wealth. Feel them. Know them. Yours was as heavy as this I wear 7 years ago, and you have labored to build it since.
It is late. The night is cold. I wish to have my comfort now.
I have no comfort to give. I know not how you see me this night. I did not ask it. I have sat beside you many a day, invisible. I am commanded to bring you a chance, Ebenezer. Heed it.
I choose not to.
Then you will walk where I do, and you will be burdened by your riches and your greed. Tonight, you will be visited by 3 spirits. Expect the spirits soon.
Spirits mean nothing to me.
They will teach you the meaning of the holidays, or you will suffer as I have. When the bell chimes midnight, you will be tested.
The holidays? What use does one have for Christmas?
There are many holidays, Ebenezer. Christmas is but one. If you do not learn of the varied celebrations of your kinsmen, you will be left but alone.
Marley! Don't leave me, Marley! Marley! Holidays. I must now learn the meaning of holidays from ghosts.
Are you the spirit whose coming was foretold to me?
I am.
Who are you?
I am the spirit of holidays past.
Long past?
Your past.
Why are you here?
Your welfare. Come, walk with me.
I cannot walk into a book. I am still a living person.
As you read the poem, your past will come to you.
While for many, winter can conjure up images of decorated pine trees, houses covered in lights, and even snowy locations, this idea is largely based on a northern hemisphere-centric Western and Christian ideal of the winter season. Talking about winter holidays groups many varied and unique celebrations. For example, Diwali is one of the major festivals of Hindus, Jains, and Sikhs that celebrates the victory of light over darkness, good over evil, knowledge over ignorance. While Bodhi Day celebrates the historic Buddha achieving enlightenment. Hanukkah is a Jewish holiday that commemorates the rededication of Second Temple in Jerusalem and the miracle of candles staying lit for 8 nights with only 1 day's worth of oil. While Kwanzaa is a celebration of African American culture based off many African first fruit or harvest celebrations. These winter holidays have many shared aspects, including family, food, candies, charity, gifts. While they are similar in these attributes, they are each unique and should be recognized on their own. It's important to note that happy holidays can be a great way to wish someone well whose religious and cultural practices you're not familiar with. But if you do know what holidays they celebrate, it's better to specifically recognize those holidays or recognize their lack of observance. Hopefully this was a helpful guide to these winter holidays, but it is not exhaustive and is just a jumping off point. I encourage you to learn more about holidays you are not familiar with. So many holidays, so many observances. Perhaps I should read some more about them. Here was one of Marley's favorites. 'Twas the night before Christmas, when all through the house not a creature was stirring, not even a mouse. The stockings were hung by the chimney with care in hopes that St. Nicholas soon would be there. The children were nestled all snug in their beds while visions of sugar plums danced in their heads. Sugar plums. What flight of fancy is this? Sugar plums don't dance. And if they did, I'm not so sure how that would work. Not like the books of my youth. Robinson Crusoe, Ali Baba, the genie. I wonder. Marley, Marley, why must you infest everything? Am I not past those childhood things? My dreams, Marley, my dreams. They were a way to avoid all of that. The children were nestled all snug in their beds while visions of sugar plums danced in their heads. And Mama in her kerchief and I in my cap had just settled down for a long winter's nap. When out on the lawn there arose such a clatter, I sprang from the bed to see what was the matter. Away to the window I flew like a flash, tore open the shutters, threw up the sash. The moon on the breast of the new fallen snow gave the luster of midday to objects below. When what to my wondering eyes should appear but a miniature sleigh and 8 tiny reindeer. With a little old driver so lively and quick, I knew in a moment it must be St. Nick. More rapid than eagles his coursers they came, and he whistled and shouted and called them by name. Now Dasher, now Dancer, now Prancer and Vixen, on Comet, on Cupid, on Dunder and Blitzen.
That's not how I remember it. Oh, Fan, dear Fanny. Oh, she used to come to my school and... How did that song go? Now Dasher, now Dancer, now Prancer and Vixen, on Comet, on Cupid, on Donner and Blitzen. That's the way I recall. Do you recall the most famous reindeer of all? I remember her singing.
Who is that? Fan?
Rudolph the red-nosed reindeer had a very shiny nose, and if you ever saw it, you would even say it glows. All of the other reindeer used to laugh and call him names. They never let poor Rudolph join in any reindeer games. Then one foggy Christmas Eve, Santa came to say, Rudolph, with your nose so bright, won't you guide my sleigh tonight? Then all the reindeer loved him as they shouted out with glee, Rudolph the red-nosed reindeer, you'll go down in history.
Let me watch her go. Let me be happy for a moment. A delicate, delicate child. One breath might have withered her. She passed when my nephew was born.
Fan, don't go.
Christmas, Ebenezer.
No, hold there, Ebenezer. Okay, no more work tonight. Let's have the shutters up before a man can say Jack Robinson.
Mr. Fezziwig, my first boss.
A wonderful boss. He had the power to make us happy, to make our service light or burdensome. The happiness he gives is, it's worth a fortune. That's what a good boss does.
Belle, if only you had held me to it. I did love you. I could have been so much more.
We have never lied to each other. May you be happy with the life you have chosen.
I read later that she married some solicitor named Harker.
Goodbye.
No, no, it was not meant that way. Is that me? I remember this. It was the day of Marley's funeral. I was the sole mourner. My name alone was in the ledger. And unfortunately, all the expenses fell to me. Grave, stone, ceremony. Marley was my only friend, if you call her, call us friends. At long last, I was alone. Fan was gone. Mr. Fezziwig, even Belle. I pushed away my nephew, then Cratchit came.
You see, sir, it's my son. He's very ill. And with Miss Marley's passing, I'd hoped that perhaps you'd need an assistant. I'd gladly accept any wage you see fit, sir.
I've done well for you, Mr. Cratchit, haven't I?
I just want to help my family.
I did hire him. Something about his boy reminded me of my nephew, Fred. I wasn't there for Fred when his mother passed. His father abandoned him. I just shipped him off to the same school I was raised in, as my father did to me. I visited Fan's grave that day after Cratchit left. I have not visited her since. Leave me, spirit. Haunt me no longer. I have never sought release, and I not do so now. Where was I? Now Dasher, now Dancer, now Prancer and Vixen, on, Comet on, Cupid on, Donner and Blitzen to the top of the porch, to the top of the wall. Now dash away, dash away, dash away all, as the dry leaves before the wild hurricane fly when they meet with an obstacle mount in the sky. So up to the housetop, the coursers they flew with the sleigh full of toys, and St. Nicholas too. Then in a twinkling I heard on the roof the prancing and pawing of each little hoof. As I drew in my head and was turning around, down the chimney St. Nicholas came with a bound. Santa!
Hello, Scrooge.
You can't be, not Santa.
Do you see me as him? Do you hear me as him?
I do, but you're not.
No, Mr. Scrooge, you've never seen the like of me before.
Are you one of those spirits Marley warned me about?
I am.
Who? What are you?
I am the spirit of holiday presents. You will see what you will see of me, Scrooge, this holiday season, even if you deny its existence. Will you walk with me this evening?
We are going outside this house. We are traveling. Where are you guiding me to?
Church.
Church? What church? I have no connection with any church.
Your nephew Fred does.
He said that any man who celebrates Christmas ought to be boiled in his own pudding, as I live.
That's a shame for him, Fred.
Well, he's a codgety old man, but I believe his own behavior is his own punishment.
Well, he's very rich. At least you always tell me that.
Yes, well, his wealth won't buy him everything, but we can celebrate today. We can.
Please, sir, may I have more?
More? Why, certainly, it's Christmas.
As you can see, he cares a great deal to tend to his fellow man, even on a night of great celebration.
He has much faith, like his mother did. I could never summon such faith.
It isn't his faith that makes him act as such, it's his compassion.
Compassion? Ha! Away with us. Take me somewhere else.
To the home of Bob Cratchit.
I've put him to bed. Tell me, how did he behave at church today?
Good as gold and better. You know, being alone so much, he gets to thinking the strangest things. He told me today that he hoped people in church saw him and saw that he was sick, and that they would be reminded of who it was that healed the sick and made blind to see. I do believe he's getting heartier, stronger. Don't you? Tiny Tim, my boy, to Mr. Scrooge, founder of the feast.
The founder of the feast, indeed. I wish I had him here. I'd give him a piece of my mind to feast upon. Keeping you at work at all hours, so greedy with his money. He keeps our son weak and ill with our poverty. A curse upon him, a hex on Ebenezer Scrooge.
It's Christmas, my dear. Christmas Eve.
Spirit, I have seen enough. Tiny Tim, will he live?
He's very ill. Even the holidays won't keep him well through a cold winter.
But you haven't told me.
I see an empty chair next season. If he's to die, he better do it and decrease the surplus population. Wouldn't you say, Scrooge?
Is there no happiness in Christmas present?
There is.
Take me there.
It's at the home of Belle.
Belle! You look just as the day you left me.
These are your phantoms, Ebenezer. You see them the way you wish, the way you remember or imagine them. The same as how you see me as Santa. Is it not the happiness you hope for?
No!
Then there is none.
That isn't enough. You must teach me. What shadow of the present is over here?
This is the grave of your business partner, Marley. Unattended, uncared for, unkempt, and unloved.
Is there no one to love her? No one to care?
Why would anyone care? She's dead as a doornail. Wouldn't you say, Scrooge?
No. I am ignorant in my words, my deeds.
Words, deeds, they are no spirits. They're real. Hunger, ignorance, not spirits, Scrooge. Passing dreams. They are real. They walk your streets and they look to you for comfort. You deny them. Deny them not too long, Scrooge. They will grow and multiply. They will not remain children.
Have they no place to go? No resource for help?
Are there no workhouses? Are there no prisons?
But you haven't told me.
Go on, finish the poem.
As I drew in my head and was turning around, down the chimney came St. Nicholas with a bound.
He was dressed all in fur from his head to his foot, and his clothes were all tarnished with ashes and soot. A bundle of toys he had flung on his back, and he looked like a peddler just opening his pack. His eyes, how they twinkled. His dimples, how merry. His cheeks were like roses. His nose like a cherry. His droll little mouth was drawn up like a bow, and the beard of his chin was as white as the snow. The stump of a pipe he held tight in his teeth, and the smoke had encircled his head like a wreath. He had a broad face, a round little belly that shook when he laughed like a bowl full of jelly. He was chubby and plump, a right jolly old elf, and I laughed when I saw him in spite of myself. A wink of his eye, a twist of his head, soon gave me to know I had nothing to dread. He spoke not a word, but went straight to his work, and filled all the stockings, then turned with a jerk, and laying his finger aside of his nose and giving a nod, up the chimney he rose. He sprang to his sleigh, to his team gave a whistle, and away they all flew like the down of a thistle. But I heard him exclaim, as he drove out of sight,
Merry Christmas to all, and to all, good night. Seven, 8, 9, 10. Am I in the presence of the spirit of holidays future? So you are about to show me shadows of things that have not yet happened but will happen. Is that so, Spirit? I fear you more than any specter or spirit I have such far seen, but I believe your purpose is good. Well, it matters not. I've read your book. I know the meaning of the holidays. I am ready to be tested. Where are we?
The future is unset. It's a swirling pool of chaos and entropy. Few things are set in stone.
How do I see this future?
You will choose your own future.
How?
Why, I know that place. It's the courthouse. Second home to me.
When he died?
Last night, I believe.
The devil got one of his own.
I thought he would never die.
Who gets his money?
Well, he hasn't left it to me.
Going to be a cheap funeral. I don't know who'd go to it.
Suppose we make up a party of volunteers.
I don't mind going. If lunch is provided.
Tell me, spirit of the future. Who can this poor wretch be that no one is moved to mourn his death? Belle? In my house? What is she doing here?
I was fortunate. He had no family, no friends, and his one employee had no money. so I bought everything. Pennies to the dollar, including his home and curtains.
This is my house. Who says I have no friends? I have a nephew. And the Cratchit family. That's Cratchit and his child Tim. What's wrong with them?
We shall none of us forget poor Tiny Tim, shall we? That's the first party among us.
He died? No, no. Spirit, what happened that I was unable to keep my home and take care of Cratchit and the child? Whose grave is that?
Eat them! Eat them! Eat them! No!
It was me! Yes, I knew it and I couldn't look. I won't be able to help. I won't. Spirit, hear me. I am not the man I was. I am a changed man. I have learned from your book. I have learned from the ceremonies of Bodhi Day. I myself may not have reached true enlightenment, but I now strive for that chance. As Diwali celebrates, let me overcome my evil, my greed with good, my ignorance with knowledge. Let me live alongside those who celebrate the values of Kwanzaa, to cherish community, family, and cooperative wealth. Give me the chance to celebrate the miracles of Hanukkah and Christmas. I can be a symbol of redemption, that even an old miser can learn the joys of the holidays. Oh, tell me that I am not too late. You cannot tell me that he has died, for that future has yet to come. I will not let it come. I will be there. I will be there. I will.
Sir? Sir?
Cratchit, my fine fellow. What day is it?
What? It's Christmas Day, sir.
Christmas Day! I have not missed it. The spirits did this all in one night. Oh. My curtains, they are not sold. They are here. I am here. The shadows to come may be dispelled. I know they will be. Cratchit, my good man, what are you doing here? You usually desert me on Christmas Day.
What? Well, sir, I was walking by with my son Tim and noticed that the sign outside was broken, and I just came in to see if everything was all right.
Take a note, take a message, take a memo. To Mr. Cratchit. I am tired of your requests to have Christmas Day off. Therefore, I will have no more of this, and I will raise your salary. Merry Christmas, Bob. Now, away, we have much to do.
Scrooge was better than his word. He did it all and infinitely more. And to Tiny Tim, who did not die, he was a second father. He became as good a friend and as good a man as the good old city knew. And it was always said of Ebenezer Scrooge that he knew how to keep Christmas well, if any man alive possessed the knowledge. May that truly be said of us, and all of us. And so, God bless us, every one.
I wonder, Fred, if we were able to pull this off and save your uncle's soul, what can we do for Miss Marley?
God bless us, everyone.
Silent snow falls on the hillside like an answered prayer. Here we're sitting by the fireside in our funny easy chair. This old house has seen a lot of Christmases before. Candles flickering in the windows, holly on the door. Look around, don't look too far, smiling down to where we are. It's a little shining star on the glass, it's dancing for us. Down from heaven through the darkness shines the purest light. It's a little Christmas angel wishing us good night. You're not perfect, and I'm no angel. We both make mistakes. We forget that love is fragile. Even true hearts sometimes break. So I'll watch that star in heaven, shining hopefully. And I'll look for hidden presents underneath the tree. Songs of joy and cheer begin. Innocence be here again. Peace on earth, goodwill to men. Like the shepherds heard that holy night. Down from heaven through the darkness shines the perfect light. It's a little Christmas angel wishing us good night. It's just a little Christmas angel blessing us tonight.
Support for West Virginia Public Broadcasting is provided by the Senator's Mansion, presenting a historic mansion with acreage for weddings and events in Mannington, West Virginia. Info at senatorsmansionwv.com.
This is a production of West Virginia Public Broadcasting.